Hi Combs graduates, it's Mrs. Noons, and today I'm here to do a little mini reading lesson with you. Today we're going to be reading this book. It's called Jack and Dad Pack. So the characters are this little boy Jack and his dad. They are packing to go on vacation. So before we read this book, I just want to introduce you to a few words that are going to help us read it. So let's start with our sight words for this story. Our first sight word is this word, I. Can you repeat that word? I? Like in this sentence. I am happy. I am happy to be teaching you. Even though it's different, I am still happy. You could use the word I in another sentence like, I am 10 years old, or I am in 4th grade. Okay. Another sight word that you'll need to know to read this story is this word, said. You use that when somebody says something out loud. For example, I said hi, or Dad said let's go, or my teacher said I need to do my homework. Okay, said. Can you repeat that word? Said. Can you make a sentence for the word said? Another sight word you need for this story is the word the. Okay, we all know this word by now, the. So in this sentence I used it, I see the cat. Repeat that sentence. I see the cat. Okay, can you come up with another sentence that has the word the? And another sight word that you will need for this story is this word, look. So I used it in this sentence, look at the cat. You might hear somebody say, look at me, or look at that. Look at this. Can you use the word look in a sentence? Look at the cat. So again, before we read the story, we're going to just use this chart to practice some short A words, some CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant words that all have the short A sound, that ah sound. Can you repeat that sound, ah? So let's get started. All right, we're ready to practice some of our short A words. So we're going to start with this column right here. These words all end with the letters A, D. And since they're short A words in that CVC pattern, all these words are going to have the ending sound add. Add. Can you repeat that sound, add? So if I add to the front of this word add, if I add the letter D, now what word does that make? Let's sound it out. The letter D says D. So now we have the word dad. What if I add the letter B in front of add? Well, the letter B says B. So now this word says bad. Okay? What if I added the letter S in front of the word? S says S. So this word says sad. Sad. Okay? Now, if I put the letter M, M says so this word now says mad. All right, next column. This column, we have the letters A, G. So in this column, all of these words end with the sound ag. So now let's add letters to the front to make new words, okay? So I could add the letter B. And now I have the word ag, bag, okay? I could change that. Change the first letter to an R. Now what does that say? The letter R says rag. Like a rag you use to clean, okay? How about if I put a T in the front of that little ending there, ag? Now the word says tag, like a game you play at recess, tag, okay? If you put a W in the front of that little ending, W says wha, so that word says wag, like a dog wags its tail. Okay, let's keep going. In the next column, we have the ending at, A-T, at. So let's add some letters to the front. I'm going to add the letter C. And in this case, the letter C is going to be the hard sound, so it's going to say k in the word is cat. Okay? If I change that first letter to a letter B, what word does that make? Bat. Like the animal that flies, a bat, or a baseball bat, right? You could also change this to a letter R. If you put R in front, what word does that make? Rat. Let me think. Can I think of another one? If I put the letter S, what word does that make? Sat. I sat in a chair. Okay? Let's skip this one for now. And we're going to skip it and go down to app, AP. So let's add some letters to the front. So if you add a C to the front of this word, AP, it's going to say the word cap. Okay? Let's add another letter. How about if we add M? What word does that make? M-A-P. Map. Map, the thing that you use to get directions from one place to another. Okay? And what if I add the letter N? Oops. The letter N to the front of that word. N-A-P spells nap. I'm tired. I need to take a nap. Now, these words are a little bit different. They're not quite CVC words, but we're going to see a few of them in the book that we're going to read. So, these words end with A-C-K. Still has that short A sound, ah. This says ack. So, the book is called Jack. So that's a capital J because it's his name, and you give him a capital letter because it's his name. J says J, so now this new word says Jack. Okay, good. Now another word in the story that we need to practice is this word. It has a P in the front. What word does that make? If you put P in the front, it makes the word pack. Pack your bags, it's time to go home. Pack your bags, it's time to go on vacation. Okay? This word is also in the story with an S in the front. What word does that make? Sack. A sack. Sack is like another word for bag. A sack. Alright, and if I put a T in the front of this word, what word does that make? Sound it out. Tack. Tack. Like a tack that you use to attach something to the wall, you push it in. Alright, let's go back to this last column, and it's a little different. Now in these words, all the A's said ah, but then when you see A-N, the sound is a little bit different. It doesn't say ah, it says eh, an. So when you combine those two letters together, the sound changes. So, an. Let's put some letters in the front of an to make new words. So let's put the letter C. To make the word can, like a can of soda, right? A can of soup. All right, what else can we put in the front of an? How about the letter F? The letter F says f. What word does this make now? Fan. A fan, like a ceiling fan, cools you down. Fan yourself off. Ooh. How about the letter M in the front of this? What word does that make? Man. That makes the word man. Okay? And we can also put, we could put the letter P. Sound it out. The letter P says P. So this word is pan. Now I want us to look a little closer at these columns and practice reading these words and see what you notice about the words in each column. So in the add column, we have dad, bad, sad, and mad. Do you notice anything about those words? Here, listen again and repeat after me. Dad, bad, sad, mad. What do you notice about those words? I bet you notice that they all rhyme. Let's check the next column. These words, ag, bag, rag, tag, wag. Has that short A sound, ah. They all rhyme. They have that same ending sound, ag. Okay, next column, at. Let's check if these words rhyme and repeat after me. Cat, bat, rat, sat. They all rhyme. Okay, let's check this different sounding short A. An, can, fan, man, pan. They all rhyme. All right, let's check this column, app. Cap, map, nap. Are you still repeating the words? And our last column, ack. We have jack, pack, sack, tack. Look at all those words we just read together. All the words in each column rhyme because they have the same ending. And I bet you can think of more words to add to each column. So now I'm going to read the story to you, Jack and Dad Pack. I have attached this book in the files. I hope that you read along with me. I hope that you practice reading this book out loud at home as well. It has all of the words that we have just practiced with the short A sound. It has our sight words on here. It has those special words with the ending ack on here. I really hope that you use this in practice at home. So let's get started. Use your finger to point to the words as I read. So let's read the title again. Jack and Dad Pack. If you look at the picture, you can see Dad's got his suitcase. Jack has a sack. That's what a sack looks like. It's like a bag. All right. Jack and Dad sat. I can pack the bag, said Dad. I can pack the sack, said Jack. That rhymes. Let's continue. Ooh, in this picture, I see a picture of a map that you use to get directions. And this is a picture of a hat. Both have the short A sound. Let's read. I can pack the map, said Dad. Here's that map. I can pack the hat. Page 3. I can pack the bat and cap, said Jack. The bat, the baseball bat they're talking about here. The cap, a baseball cap. And here's that sack that they're using to pack all of their things into. A sack is like a big bag. Look at the sack, said Dad. Look, that sight word, look. Look at the sack, said Dad. And the last page. They're putting everything in the car, in the back of the car. They're putting a suitcase. And it looks like they're going to get ready to bring the sack to the back of the car. The last page says, Dad had the bag at the van. Jack ran back. So this is their van. All right, very good. Did you hear and see all those short A sounds in this book? I hope you could look closely and find all the words that have the short A sound. So you're going to use this story to complete a little worksheet that's going to be attached to your assignment on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, you can comment here on this video on YouTube, or you can comment on Google Classroom and I will get back to you, okay? Good luck, and remember, practice reading every day. Practice this book. It'll be in the documents on Google Classroom. Thank you.